Howdy. Howdy. Howdy, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are making what I feel are the most delicious, from scratch, handmade pancakes. They involve a few different things. One, favorite ingredient, slab bacon. So we're going to cook some of that slab bacon. We're gonna actually fold it back into the pancake batter. And then we're gonna cook the pancakes in the bacon fat, some foaming butter, in cast iron, and serve it with raw honeycomb. I am honored to be filming for the first time in the newly built kitchen studio by Admiral District. Looks great. Happy to be here. So I just have a couple pieces of slab bacon here. You can find it at the grocery store, you can find it at the butcher. If you don't have slab bacon, you can easily substitute for a thinly sliced bacon. Your bacon will just end up being a little crispier than mine. I kind of like that toothsomeness, that kind of chew to it, but I've never met bacon that I didn't like, so need not worry. I'm just gonna cut some nice thick pieces here, about a 1/4 inch thick, about 1.5 inches or so in length, and I'm just going raw bacon in a preheated cast iron enameled pan. There's no fat in the pan right now because this is gonna release plenty as the bacon renders. Okay. Slow and low wins that race. So what I like to do when I mix my pancake batter, I like to mix my wet ingredients together, and then I mix my dry ingredients together, and then I blend the two. A couple farm fresh eggs. Great. And then I have 2 cups. 1 cup of whole milk, 1 cup of buttermilk. Go in here like so. Whisk those together. A little bit of lemon zest. By a little, I mean like half a lemon. Little squeeze of lemon juice. These pancakes are great. They're gonna be a little acidic from the buttermilk, but that lemon juice just kind of rounds it out. Dry ingredients. 2 cups flour. This is just an all-purpose flour. A couple tablespoons of a raw demiri sugar. If you didn't want to use sugar, you could easily substitute honey because we're gonna put some raw honeycomb on the top. I have a little bit of baking powder. What I like to do at the restaurant when we're making pancakes, which we only do like twice a year, Mother's Day and Christmas Eve brunch, we use our sourdough starter. It's got a natural leavening agent to it, and that's what we use to leaven the pancakes. Today I am gonna use a little bit of baking powder. It's fast and efficient. Now I am gonna add just a pinch of salt to this, but I'm gonna wait to add the salt until the batter's all the way mixed. Okay. Wet ingredients, dry ingredients. Got our batter made. Our bacon's getting nice and crispy in the pan here. I'm just gonna go ahead, take these out. Go right in my batter. Leave all of that delicious bacon fat in the pan. It'd be a crime not to. Add some whole butter. This is doing 2 things. The bacon fat is an animal lard and it has a higher smoke point. So it's allowing me to keep a higher flame, whereas the butter is going to brown and be kind of nutty, and it's going to activate some of the sugars in the pancake, and so it's gonna get this like beautiful golden brown hue, but it's not going to burn because I have it a combination of butter and bacon fat, and so it's gonna allow me to raise the smoke point. We're gonna make a little bit of honey butter. You can do this in a mixer if you're making a lot of it. You can just do it in a small bowl. This is our homemade butter. It's got a little bit of buttermilk in it. It's still nice and soft. You want your butter to be about room temperature when you do this, so it's easier to fold the honey in. So kind of chop it into some pieces. Now I have this incredible raw honeycomb here. I just took all the honey that had kind of formed in the bottom of the pan and drained it off, and that's what I have in this container here, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this raw honey, mix it with the butter, kind of fold the two together. Doesn't have to be totally emulsified. Delicious little bacon bits on the bottom here. Golden brown butter. And I like to do my pancakes over like medium-low heat, actually. I don't want the heat to be too high. I don't want the pancakes to brown too much. I almost want them to steam a little bit, so I'm gonna pour a few in. I'm gonna put my lid back on. And it almost acts as like a Dutch oven with the lid and activates that baking powder. So good, you're gonna say, why have I never put bacon in my pancake batter before? And they're easy to make. It's like 5 ingredients. So we're about 80% cooked here. Boom! First ones are always the hardest, and these ones actually look all right. So once they rise like that, they're pretty much cooked all the way. And I just flip them over just to seal the deal here and solidify that there's not any raw batter still in the pancake. And if you're still not convinced, I pull them off. I just kind of stack them on top of each other. You can put a piece of foil over them while they're resting and you're doing the next round. There's gonna be enough steam and residual heat left in the pancakes that they are going to be cooked all the way through, I promise. You're just looking for a light sizzle when they hit the pan. Nothing crazy here. Slow and low wins the race. All right, lid goes on. Go back watching Saturday morning cartoons. They're ready to flip when the batter on top of the pancake is pretty much totally set, that as you flip it, the batter's not gonna run on you. So I've got my heat down a little low. I'll go back up. Hot breakfast as a kid was like an amazing treat. My parents both worked, so every once in a great while my mom would make breakfast on like a Saturday morning. It was one of my most favorite memories. It was like pancakes stacked higher than you could possibly eat, sausage links, bacon, orange juice, all of the usual suspects. That's a big bite. Great. It's a great balance. You got like the delicate sweetness from the honey and the lemon, a little bit of sweetness from the raspberry, but you've got this like unctuous savory from the bacon and the bacon fat. It's just a well-rounded pancake. Follow us on social media, all the usual suspects, where we share new tips, tricks, and recipes weekly of all my favorite dishes that I love to make at home. Got any flour out here?